Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another episode of Cash or Trash, where I break down the hot comics of this week, give you my opinions on what I think is going to happen with them. So, this is what I think. All right, that's the show. We'll get you next time. No, I'll be more detailed on why. What's going on? John is in the house. He says he needs this show. If he's looking for advice from me, sorry. Things are worse for you than I thought, John. What's going on, Vivi? Hanging out over the unruliest of simians. Thank you, sir. I was today years old when I found out that Talking Heads remain. We record soundstations in the same studio. I now have to read. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Weird sushi dream anyway. There you go. What's up, Cameron? What's up, William? All right, let's get this in here. So we had 18 books this week between the two lists. As always, I'm talking about the CBSI Hot Top 10 and the Comic Tom Key Collector Hottest Trending Comics of the Week. Dr. Lovebox, what's going on? Sam, I clicked past him, but there you go. Thank you guys for hanging out. So let's get into it. And yeah, we are literally are not the whole list, but we are starting with this. And this is Mystic number 15. Okay, so the claim is this is the first appearance of Harry Potter in comics, which amounts to there's a kid in the background in one panel that has glasses and shaggy brown hair and sort of looks like Harry Potter, and he's holding a wand with a star on the end of it, which is not a Harry Potter wand. There's no sign of a scar. They didn't have the rights to publish anything with Harry Potter, but this book has a whole bunch of characters that look like characters from all across different fandoms and that kind of stuff that they didn't necessarily have the rights to them. They just put lookalikes in here. But there's talk about a Harry Potter show coming to HBO Max, and so people chase this, or chasing it, for $50 to $80 for a raw copy. Are you effing kidding me? Yeah, let's see. Oh, the chat jumped a lot while I was in there. This weekend, buying a book for $1K, 96 front. I'm not going to sell, so I go back. There you go. Cameron D, there he is. Yeah, it's right with their mix in the dumpster fire. Warlock, what's going on? 25-cent bin, there you go. So yeah, this is a dumpster fire. Second book is also over here. I can't click. Mouse work. There we go. Is Love number 1. This was a book that was put out by multiple companies cooperating after that shooting in Orlando. It was like a charity book. Jim Lee does draw Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione in this book. There is a piece of art. It's not a story. It's nothing else. But he does actually appear in this comic. So people are chasing this one now for $40 to $60. Technically, this is an official appearance. I mean, they had the rights to use him, but again, really? Yeah. Okay. I'm moving away from the Harry Potter crap right now. Go back over here. And then we're into option news, which technically that was kind of option news. We got The Electric Black number 1. And this is supposedly there's a horror cartoon going to be made out of this. So this has been option. They're going to make a cartoon horror series is the talk. $15 to $20. What do we say about these? Patience. $15 to $20. It's not a huge trap, but it's a cartoon. Very few cartoons really move the needle on books. And yeah, it's just, this is definitely an I'll be back at the most, if not a trap. And it's, who knows how long it's going to take. It's been optioned. It doesn't mean anything's going to happen anytime soon. I don't want that one either. Dumpster Inferno. I told you, that's why I put the dumpster up to start the show. That's the other thing, is Scout Comics doesn't have the best record for getting books from optioning to actually something, but we'll see. We'll see on this. So next up, get my mouse back over where it belongs. Port of Earth. This was on the list last week. It's on the list again. It was like 20, 25 last week. Now it's up to 35 to 40 because it's in development at Amazon. You have plenty of time. This is, yeah. Again, at best, and I'll be back at 35 to 40. I think it's just an outright trap. I just, yeah. Here, we haven't put. Let's put Akbar up here. Yeah, 35 to 40 for something that's potentially in development. No, come back. Patience. Hey, old Wolf, what is going on? It looks like it could be interesting, but it just, yeah, I wouldn't be paying these prices for it. Next, a book, I heard somebody mention Whitewell earlier. Whitewell would like Sandman number 6. So this is basically because Neil Gaiman mentioned that because the show is coming, we know that there isn't, they were mentioned something about that they were filming an episode based on this issue. And I guess this is a rather controversial issue. This is obviously before death comes in. This is a very horror, violent kind of issue. Some horrible things are happening here. But so people are taking that as a sign that, hey, this is, they're really going in, they're putting everything into this, which is good. But $20, $200 for a 9.8. There's no first here. It seems like a lot to me for these moments in shows, and that just because there's going to be an episode on this, it doesn't seem to me that this has any kind of staying power necessarily. Carlito's saying this one is cash. Well, Sandman is a great series, and at $20, maybe not too much, but I wouldn't be chasing it because they're making an episode of this book. I would be chasing it because the run is good. Black Sheep Comic Collectors in the house. I'm sure I've missed a few people coming in here. My apologies if I have. So, yeah, to me, this is I'll be back. I wouldn't be chasing it just because they're talking about the issue. I'd be chasing it because I wanted the series. Borderlands Origins. I guess they're making, I don't know if they're making a show or a movie. I didn't actually get clarification on that. But this Roland character is one of the characters been cast. This is his origin. There's a Lilith character, I think, that's first appearance is also in this book, that's also been cast, and this is a $35 to $50 book right now. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Borderlands Origins. I mean, these video games things become anything. Yeah. 8 and 1 are the big books. Everything else is just, part of the run. And they're making another game for 2022. Again. I would not chase video game adaptations. That's just me. And our last option, movie, film stuff, not DC or Marvel, is Godzilla! Godzilla! Okay, the trailer looked fun. With Godzilla versus Kong sparked some renewed interest in this, even though they've had 2 other movies that haven't sustained any interest in this book. So this is, to me, a complete flash in the pan. Come back later. Now, this is the first appearance of Godzilla in American comics in Marvel. And yeah, this is definitely an I'll be back. Like, the other 2 movies didn't cause this book to gain and keep going. I don't think this one is. It's just fun. $55 raw right now, 9.8 for 300. My guess is this book's going to be what it's been. I don't think this movie's going to move the dial, on this long term. Godzilla. Nope. Love to commit. Nope. Yeah. So there's no reason to chase this. There's not. These aren't that hard to find, and all the other movies haven't moved it. Why would this one? Sam has got summing up this book perfectly. Yeah. There was a lot of trash on this week's list. Let's be real. In my opinion, I was only slightly kidding when I just said it was a dumpster fire this week. Speaking of dumpster fire, Magic the Gathering: The Shadow Mage #1, which Tom and them didn't even. All Tom and Russ did the whole time was, "Don't buy this book. Don't spec on this book." The entire time. Even though they put it on the list. I don't even know what the whole point of why it was on the list. I don't remember. It's a super high print. But somebody paid $175 for 9.8 because there's only one 9.8. Because it's the only one that's been slapped. Russ said he literally had 50 of these in his 50-cent bin. Yeah. Let's just here. Clicked on the wrong button. And we'll move along. All right, next up we got a little Spawn. Magic is back in comic form. There you go. If he has 2 games along game, there you go. Game collecting is pretty popular. Oh, in Pog form. This is Spawn 314, the 1 in 50 pencil sketch variant. It's going for $85, a high of, but on average, Tom was saying $85 for raw copies, but a high of $175 for raw copies. These Spawn covers, people go nuts for this stuff, and apparently this is going to be the trend. So they did a pencil sketch, 1 in 50. The inks was, I think, a 1 in 25, and then just a regular color cover. And apparently they're going to do this for the next several Spawn books, because 15 and 16, I think, already have shown that they're going to do the same pencils, ink, 315 and 316, sorry, are going to do the same thing. Color, pencils, ink, 3 different covers. Man, but people love these Spawn covers. I personally think this is, because it's the first one, I think it's great. It's going, where's it going for? It's going, like I said, the 175 I think is high. I think double ratio around $100 is probably where this settles, but we'll see. But Spawn covers are popular, especially rare, harder to find Spawn covers. I don't know what the print run is on how many shops are getting a 1 in 50 right now on Spawn, but I gave that last week. I think that's crazy high for a modern, but it's. I also don't think it's coming back. Not significantly. I don't think you'll ever be like a 9.8 for under 10. So that's just me. Yeah, I think it will hold value. I don't think it's going to drop clear back to like ratio of $50. No. I think the Spawn cover, because of the popularity of just Spawn and these covers, and there is a rabid fan base that wants all these books. My guess is this stays. I think 175 is high. My guess is the 85, it's not. If it was 85, I would say that's about right. The 175, I think it's an I'll be back, but that's me. My opinion was, me too, really. Me too. All right, where are we at? So we're into covers. Next up is Something is Killing the Children. #3. The second print. This cover, everything with this series is fire right now. This is super hot. And this cover is really, really cool. This second print was really low print. This first one will hold value. Yeah. He's still talking about the Spawn, but yes, I agree. Because it's the first one where they did that, I think it has the best chance of holding value. Yes. I just think the 175 is a little high. That was the Spawn. There's Something Killing the Children. This thing is up to $400 for a raw copy, $700 for a 9.8. Man, I just don't see, like, I don't know what the ceiling is on something is killing the children, but I've seen no signs it's slowing down. Um, these early issues were fairly low print compared to where they're getting to now. It's a second print, yes, but it's also hard to find and it's a beautiful cover, so people want it. Yeah, I'm not. What's your opinion on the Berserk 1 in 10,000 already selling for 2,500? Keanu says he'll sign them, only them at CGC. I don't know. I have no interest in it. It's not. I don't have an opinion because I don't have an interest. It seems like just a gimmick to me. Yeah, people are nuts for this. 700 modern reprint for 9.8. Yep. Hey Jimmy, what's going on? Hey Carlito, didn't see you come in. Like, yeah, I think this is as much not as it's a second print, which was lower print, and then just this cover. I think is a lot of what's selling this book. I think this is straight cash. I don't think this comes back much. I don't think there's enough of them unless this series. Let me put this away. We're usually talking the 6 months. We're talking the immediate 6 to 12-month future. This book is straight cash. I don't know that it's going to keep climbing a lot, but I don't see it coming back. Now, long term, yeah, I think it drops back. I don't think it sustains this. The series, unless the series becomes something that truly, truly sustains for a long, long time, I don't see this holding long term. For now, shorter term, 6 months, 12 months, I think this stays pretty much where it's at. Good for you. Hey, Chris Leggy. Yeah, I think it's so high, but I don't know. Maybe it starts cooling off sooner than I think, but right now I've seen no signs that something's killing children is cooling off, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I guess, if you're trying to sell them. But next, we have second week in a row. We got this Dr. Aphra, number 7, 1 in 25, Frizzen. You know, I love Frizzen. You know, Star Wars is radioactive right now. This thing's up to 180 to 200. I think this is an I'll be back. I think at 180 to 200, I think that's a little high. These Star Wars incentives tend to really hold value. I think there's supposedly a first in here, but who knows if that character means anything. But anything first appears Star Wars, it's nuts. I think this is 6 months from now, it's 100 to a little more book. I don't think it's a $200 book. I could be wrong. Star Wars has consistently outperformed my thoughts. Unreleased to Street Cats on this one. Maybe I'm underselling this one. I'm hearing John zipping it. Let's see. Potentially. Yeah, there is ways. Hey, Jungle, what's going on? There is a lot. Dreadnox. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Can't remember. But yeah, there's a huge bubble. Everything Star Wars. I may have to do like a separate Cash of Trash just talking about Star Wars because I think there's a lot of first appearances that people are chasing that are just stupid. That there's no reason to chase. This is a gorgeous cover. This is a character that's going to amount to something, I would guess. But I just feel like this is a little too high. I don't think it's going to drop significantly, but I think this is at 180, 200. I think this is an I'll be back. Speaking of Star Wars and characters that are going to hit because they're eventually coming to some sort of live action, we have Thrawn, number 1, the 1 in 50 Matina variant. This sucker is super hard to find. You don't see many of these. They've been selling for about $1,000. The couple that it sold December and a little before that, the most recent one went for $2,100 for 9.8 of this thing. I think the $2,100 is a little high. I would guess between now and 6 months, this 9.8 when it comes up is going to be in that $1,000 to $2,000 range, like $1,500 ish maybe. But when he hits the one of the shows, live action, live screen, I was going to say live action. I think this book goes nuts again. I think we're ultimately scratching the surface on this, but I would be over the next year or so, I'll be back on this and see if you can find it for less. Honestly, I would just go for a different cover. Yeah, the cover is fire. Let's see what's going on in the chat real quick. He's already cast, I believe. Yes. Well, is that official? I've heard that's the rumor that the guy that does the voice in the cartoon was going to actually play him, which is a great casting. Hey, Big Will, what's going on? But so I'm not sure if that's official or not. But yeah, I think this is, like I said, over the next year or so, I would guess, I think you'll be able to get it at this range or less. But ultimately, I think this goes up, up, up again. I don't think the others have jumped as much, VV, at least not yet. Unless they've just started jumping, because I looked at them not that long ago. All right, where are we at? Oh, next, more Star Wars. We got High Republic, the number one, the second print. I really love these second prints. Well, this one's already going for $15 to $25 out the chute. Just came out. The funny thing is, like, unlike they did this little bubble thing with like they did with Riri Williams or whatever of this character, but she's on the cover of the main. It's not like she's first appearing on the cover with this. So I don't get that, but anyway, this High Republic, everything Star Wars, I think this is too much for this second print. There's a bunch of these first prints out there. There's a third print coming. My guess is maybe the third print will be lower order. We will see. Some VV is not a big fan of High Republic. I've actually enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the book, and I've enjoyed the first issue of this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah. Third print is coming. People are not unreally sleeping on the second print. So I enjoyed the first issue. I enjoyed the book. So we'll see what happens with High Republic. We'll see how much it catches on. It's Star Wars. Right now, everything is. Next, we're going to move into Marvel stuff. Young Avengers number 10. This is the first appearance of Tommy Shepard, who is a son of Wanda that I guess hit because of spoilers from the show. Like, well, have you seen anything? But yeah, a little WandaVision spoilers. In episode 3, she had twins. This is not the twin, one of the twins. I don't see this. It's jumped up to $40 raw, $250 for a 9.8. To me, this is absolutely a trap because I don't think that's the character. A, I'm not sure these babies are going to be around. And B, if they are, I'm not sure that's the character they're going with, to me. Hey, Comic Boom, what's going on? If she wasn't on the cover of all of the first prints, then maybe that second print holds value. That's where I don't think it's going to hold value, because she's on the cover of all those first prints, and there's a bunch of store exclusives. I think it gets lost in the shuffle. Yeah, it is a cool cover. I will agree, give you that, Sam. So I think this is a trap. Next, more WandaVision related stuff. And this, I don't think this is necessarily because of a direct tie to the show. I think just the show has prompted people to be interested in this book again. So far, there's no like real direct ties between the House of M storyline and the show. This is the Casada 1 in 20 variant of this. And it is going for $100 raw. This is an I'll be back. This is completely a I'll be back. It's a cool cover. It's a great story. When the WandaVision show goes away, this goes back to where it was. So that's my thought. Charles is saying, credits to look at Young Avengers has always held its value. I'm not sure. Young Avengers have tended to be a little bit of a roller coaster, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a little bit of this kind of stuff going on, but I don't think there's going to be enough here to really make this. Talking about Secret Invasion series. All right. Next, we have more WandaVision related. Amazing Spider-Man annual number 16, first appearance of Monica Rambeau. We know Monica's in the show. 9.8 hit $1,000 for the first time this week. There's been a bunch of sales on Raws. They haven't really been jumping in value that much yet. I think this book is, I'm just going to say, I put I'll Be Back on my sheet because right now there's a bunch of buzz. My feeling is there's going to continue to be buzz. But I think long-term this is cash. I think that seeing the actress, I think they're going to keep using her. I think this book is just going to keep creeping up. Yeah. It does look like the blimp. Yeah, the dusting stuff. Mm-hmm. Big Will says straight cash. I think she's gonna be. They already said she's gonna be in Captain Marvel 2. I think she's gonna be around for a long time. I don't think she's going anywhere. I think this book, after the show goes away, there might be a little bit of a lull with this book, but my guess is overall this book is going up and going to continue to go up. That's my thought on this. Yeah. I mean, it's not super high yet, but the 9.8s are pretty high. Raw copies can still be had for pretty reasonable, although there's a bunch of them selling this week, so we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, straight cash long term, definitely. What do we got? We got 2 books left. We're down to 2 books. Nice. Next, New Mutants 98 hit the list again. And this is because basically Kevin Feige confirmed that there would be a Deadpool 3 here this last week or so. And I think there'd been rumors to that effect anyway. So this book had been creeping up back a little bit. 9.8 hit a record of $1,620 this week. A year ago, a 9.8 could have been had for 7-8, 6 to 8 probably, really. So it's jumped all the way up to 1620. I know there's a billion of these, but as more confirmation comes that Marvel's making a Deadpool movie, my guess is this keeps going up. My guess is this is going to be about a $2,000 book. Good for you. That was a smart time to do it. This book I would wait till after the movie. At this point, yeah, you definitely need to wait till after the movie. There's a ton of them out there. But yeah, it's my guess is it's going to be a $2,000 book or more in the run up to the movie. So yeah. And then last but not least this week is Thor God of Thunder #2. There were some more rumors and stuff related to Thor 4. We know Christian Bale is playing Gore. This book has just continued to climb and climb and climb. 9.8s are hitting 400. Raw copies are going for 190. And I think this book continues to climb. This book has been climbing. I don't know how many. Is there any more of those in ASM 300? That's my thought on that. I know Big Will says that, but is there any more New Mutants than there are ASM 300s? I think it's going to be a little higher, but we'll see. Great one. Yes, it's definitely a great run. This is a great book. Yeah, I think this is. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, basically, you wait till after the movie. If you want this book, I'll be back on this is after the movie comes and goes. Once the movie comes and goes, then. But for the next 6 months, this is probably going to be this is probably going to be straight cash and going to keep climbing a little bit. So that is this week. That's all the books this week. So let's get this removed. So we had, what do we have? We can flip back through them real quick. We had this Thor book, I think. He's going to keep climbing till the movie comes out again. I think this is going to be kind of set a new ground there in the mid 1000s. I think that's going to keep going up. I think that's definitely a wait. I think it's a trap. That's a trap. Or at the very least, I'll be back. That you might have a window between now and when he appears on the show, but I think ultimately that keeps going up. I think that's going to settle a little lower than where it's at right now. This, I think, is going to keep climbing in the immediate future, but long-term come down. This will stay. This will be pretty popular because it's the first time they did this. Trash. definitely a trap at the moment. Trash. I'll be back. I'll be back. Trash. 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 There you go. So that was a success. So ASM 361, I assume is what you mean, the Carnage one? Yeah. That's the one I got signed by Bagley a couple years ago at PlanetCon. So yes, that is my one and only copy. That book has been climbing. Some Killing Children 5 is the book to have. It is definitely a good book. Mighty Avengers 1. I don't remember what that is off the top of my head. Let's see. Anything else in here? That trash yo. Is that he typed 61 again? The Gwen Stacy. Further back. Sorry. Yes, that is the Gwen Stacy one. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's 61. First Gwen on a cover. That was actually an AOK from Dollar Bin, and I think that's the Dollar Bin one, not the AOK from Jimmy. I got from Geek. And then 59, 42, 31. It keeps going down the list. It's yellow with the pot. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here. We got whatever report tonight at 7. I think we're playing D&D on White Whale's channel. After that tonight. And Wednesday, we're doing Batman Ego on the Indie Show. Comigories is going to be on, next Comigories on John's channel is going to be February 8th. February 8th. And maybe I need to talk to Big Will. Maybe we'll still try to we talked about doing a Collecting Smart. And then I put it off because I thought we were rescheduling something else, and doesn't appear that's going to happen, so I need to talk to Big Will. So that's what's going on. I want to thank you guys for watching, hanging out. Remember, this was just my opinion on what's going to happen with these books. If I really knew, I'd have a lot more books and I'd be a lot richer. So we'll talk to you guys later. Hey, Houdat, you're just in time for me to say goodbye. I think that's like the third time in the last few streams that Houdat's hopped in right as I'm about to go. Bye. Bye.